Have you ever wondered how to unlock the deepest levels of sexual pleasure for your partner? The truth is that female pleasure is a vast, mysterious landscape that goes far beyond simple physical techniques or fleeting moments of intimacy. It's about connection, emotional, psychological, and spiritual. A connection that can transform every touch, kiss, and caress into a moment of profound ecstasy. Too often we get caught up in chasing the perfect technique. Yet the real magic lies in understanding what makes her feel cherished, safe, and completely seen. In this video, we're going to explore the art of enhancing her pleasure like never before. From understanding her body's unique needs to creating a deeply emotional and erotic connection, you'll discover how to turn every intimate encounter into an unforgettable experience. But this isn't about rushing to a finish line or ticking boxes. Instead, it's about slowing down, savoring every moment, and learning to truly understand her desires. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, I encourage you to click the subscribe button and ring the notification bell to stay updated on all our latest content. Your support means a lot, so if you find value in this video, please give it a thumbs up to help spread our message. I'm eager to hear your thoughts on today's topic. If you enjoy the content, please comment 1 below. If it doesn't resonate with you, leave a 0. Your feedback is crucial as it helps me create better videos that align with your interests. Now let's get started. To truly ignite a woman's passion, you must learn the unique language of her body. While many focus on the often discussed G-spot, it's important to recognize that a woman's pleasure extends far beyond this single point of stimulation. Her body is a symphony of sensitive areas, each capable of eliciting sensations that can deepen her arousal and heighten her satisfaction. Let's start with the neck, a zone that holds an almost magical allure for many women. Soft kisses along the nape, gentle breathing near her ears, or even a light touch across her collarbone can send shivers cascading through her body. The neck is a gateway. Its sensitivity is often underestimated, yet profoundly effective in awakening her desire. For instance, Michael, a man in his early 60s, discovered this with his wife Emily. After years of focusing on the same predictable areas, he decided to explore something new. With a slow, deliberate kiss along her neck, he found Emily responding in ways he had never imagined. Her sighs of pleasure were a testament to how this often overlooked area can transform intimacy into something extraordinary. Next are the ears. Delicate and intricate, they are not just for hearing. They are also powerful receptors of sensation. Whispering softly, tracing the curve with your tongue, or gently grazing the lobes with your fingertips can ignite a spark that flows directly to her core. The combination of sound and touch in this area is particularly stimulating, blending sensuality with emotional connection. And let's not forget the breasts. For many women, this area holds immense potential for pleasure. The nipples, in particular, are incredibly sensitive and richly endowed with nerve endings. Studies have shown that about 1% of women can even achieve orgasm solely through nipple stimulation. Light, teasing touches, soft kisses, or warm breath over the area can be as arousing as direct clitoral stimulation. However, it's essential to note that every woman is unique. What feels heavenly to one might not resonate with another. This brings us to an essential point: patience. A woman's body is not a puzzle to be solved quickly, but a masterpiece to be admired and explored with care. Rushing the process not only diminishes the experience but also overlooks the nuanced responses her body offers. Think of her body as a beautiful symphony, with each sensitive area representing a note. To create harmony, you must learn to play each note at the right time with the right intensity. Patience is the key to unlocking her deepest levels of pleasure. Take your time and savor each moment. Start with soft, lingering touches and gradually build intensity as her body responds. This approach allows her to fully relax, to trust in the moment, and to feel every sensation more deeply. When you approach her with this kind of intention, you're not just engaging in an act, you're creating an experience that resonates far beyond the physical. Consider this. Some women find immense pleasure in areas you might not expect. For instance, a light touch along the lower back or a gentle caress on her hips can be deeply arousing. Others respond to the sensation of their thighs being kissed or softly massaged, These discoveries are part of what makes intimacy so exciting and endlessly fascinating. Understanding that every woman is unique is critical. What brings one woman to the peak of pleasure might leave another indifferent. This is why communication and observation are vital. Pay attention to her reactions, the way she moves, the sounds she makes, and the way her breathing changes. These cues are your guide, helping you tailor your approach to what she truly enjoys. Let's return to Michael and Emily. As Michael explored Emily's body with newfound patience and curiosity, he noticed subtle changes in her reactions. The way she leaned into his touch, the soft gasp when he kissed her shoulder. These were the signals that told him he was on the right path. By tuning into her responses, Michael deepened their connection, turning what had once been routine into moments of extraordinary intimacy. This kind of exploration isn't just about learning her preferences. It's also about showing her that her pleasure matters deeply to you. It's an act of love, a way of saying, I see you, I desire you, and I want to understand you completely. As you journey together, remember that building trust and connection is just as important as mastering technique. When she feels safe and cherished, her body will naturally open up to you in ways you might not have thought possible. And in those moments, you'll realize that her pleasure isn't just about reaching a physical peak. It's about creating a space where she feels truly seen, heard, and loved. By understanding her body, exploring with patience, and celebrating her uniqueness, you'll unlock a depth of intimacy that transcends the physical. It's not just about touching her skin, it's about touching her heart, her soul, and her very essence. Pleasure doesn't begin with a touch, it begins with trust. For a woman to fully immerse herself in the intimate experience, she needs to feel emotionally safe. Without that foundation, even the most skilled techniques will fall short of their potential. Emotional safety allows her to let down her guard, to be vulnerable and open, and to embrace every sensation without hesitation. Take the story of Thomas and Sophia, for example. Thomas loved Sophia deeply, but often felt frustrated when his efforts to please her didn't yield the responses he hoped for. What Thomas didn't realize was that Sophia carried unspoken worries about her body, about whether her needs were too much to ask, about whether she could truly let go. Only when Thomas began showing her through small, consistent actions that she was cherished did she begin to relax. A soft word of affirmation before bed, a reassuring touch during a quiet moment, even a simple look that said, "You're everything to me," began to transform their connection. Sophia needed to feel loved and safe, and when she did, her ability to enjoy intimacy flourished. Creating this kind of trust isn't as complicated as it might seem. It's built through everyday moments, through words and actions that show her she's valued. When you tell her she's beautiful, even on days when she doesn't feel it, or when you support her in ways that seem small, but mean the world, like listening to her worries or holding her hand during a tough day, you're laying the groundwork for a deeper connection. Equally important is communication, and not just about the logistics of life, but about what truly matters to her in your intimate relationship. It might feel awkward at first to ask, "What makes you feel most comfortable?" Or "How can I help you feel more connected to me?" But these questions aren't just about finding answers. They're about showing her that her feelings and desires matter to you. If you're still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. James, for example, had been married to Clara for nearly 2 decades. Over the years, they'd fallen into familiar patterns, and James assumed he knew everything there was to know about what she liked. But when Clara opened up during a quiet conversation one evening and shared that her preferences had changed over time, James realized he'd been missing an opportunity to truly connect with her. By listening to her, asking questions without judgment, and being open to trying new things, James rediscovered a side of Clara he hadn't seen before. Their connection deepened, and Clara's confidence in expressing her desires grew. It's also crucial to make her feel special, not just in the bedroom, but in the everyday rhythm of life. A compliment on her intelligence, her kindness, or the way she makes you laugh can brighten her day and remind her of her worth. A gentle kiss on her forehead as she reads a book or a lingering hug while she's making coffee might seem like small gestures, but they speak volumes. They say, "I see you. I appreciate you. You're everything to me." Women often thrive on these moments of unspoken tenderness. It's not just about the grand gestures, but the quiet ones that tell her she's always on your mind. The more you nurture her outside the bedroom, the more she'll feel connected to you within it. Emotional intimacy is the bridge that leads to physical intimacy, and when it's strong, it transforms every touch into something meaningful. When a woman feels emotionally secure, her pleasure isn't just physical, it becomes a full-body, full-mind experience. She can let go of her insecurities and be fully present with you, allowing the connection between you to deepen. This kind of openness takes time and effort to build, but the rewards are immeasurable, so ask her what she loves. Pay attention to what makes her smile or relax. Celebrate her not just for how she looks, but for who she is. And most importantly, be patient. Emotional connection is a journey, not a destination. And every step you take together strengthens the bond that fuels your intimacy. By making her feel safe, valued, and cherished, you're not just enhancing her pleasure, you're creating a foundation for a deeper, more fulfilling relationship. When it comes to creating unforgettable experiences, the secret often lies in the details. The softest touch, the gentlest kiss, the careful exploration of her unique responses, all these elements combine to heighten her pleasure in ways that go far beyond the obvious. For women, the journey to satisfaction is as much about the quality of touch as it is about where and how it's applied. Consider the role of gentleness. A light brush of your fingertips along her skin can create waves of sensation that a hurried or forceful action could never replicate. The clitoris, for example, is home to over 8,000 nerve endings, making it one of the most sensitive areas of the human body. But its sensitivity demands respect. Too much pressure, too quickly, can overwhelm rather than excite. Imagine your touch as a whisper, delicate, deliberate, and entirely focused on eliciting her most intimate responses. One of the most effective techniques to explore is the art of circular motion. Using your fingers or tongue, trace slow, deliberate circles over her clitoris or other erogenous zones. This motion mimics the natural rhythm many women find most pleasurable, gradually building anticipation and arousal. Similarly, prolonged passionate kisses, whether on her lips, neck, or inner thighs, can act as a bridge between emotional connection and physical desire. Take, for example, Andrew. He had always approached intimacy with his wife, Emma, as a checklist of steps to follow. But when he slowed down and truly began to observe her reactions, he discovered new ways to make her feel extraordinary. He spent time focusing on her favorite areas, soft kisses along her collarbone, gentle massages of her lower back, and noticed how her body responded in ways it never had before. Andrew learned that it wasn't about doing more, it was about doing better, tailoring his actions to her unique desires. Adapting to the moment is another critical skill. A woman's body isn't static. What feels good today might not resonate as much tomorrow. Factors like her mood, energy levels, and emotional state can all influence her responses. This is why it's essential to stay attuned to her signals. Watch for subtle cues. A sharp intake of breath, the way her body moves toward or away from your touch, the changes in her breathing. These are her body's way of guiding you, showing you what she enjoys and what she craves more of. Don't be afraid to ask questions either. Open communication is a sign of confidence, not uncertainty. A simple, "Does this feel good?" or "Do you like it when I touch you here?" can provide invaluable insight while also reinforcing your commitment to her pleasure. Variety is another key factor in maximizing her experience. While consistency and rhythm is important once you've found something she enjoys, incorporating subtle variations can keep things exciting. Alternate between light and firm touches, fast and slow movements, or kisses that range from playful to deeply passionate. This creates a tapestry of sensations that keeps her fully engaged, her anticipation building with each moment. Another often overlooked technique is incorporating other parts of your body. Use your hands to explore areas like her inner thighs or the small of her back, while your lips and tongue focus elsewhere. The simultaneous stimulation of multiple areas can create a cascade of sensations that heightens her overall experience. Finally, patience is your greatest ally. Rushing through these moments not only diminishes the intensity of her pleasure, but also robs you both of the deep connection that comes from taking your time. Think of each touch, each kiss, as an opportunity to explore and celebrate her body. By savoring the journey, you create an environment where she feels free to let go completely, allowing her pleasure to unfold naturally and fully. Mastering these techniques isn't about memorizing a set of steps. It's about embracing a mindset of curiosity, presence, and devotion. By focusing on her needs and responses, by tailoring your touch to her unique preferences, and by committing to the shared journey of discovery, you can create experiences that leave her not just satisfied, but utterly captivated. Remember, the goal isn't simply to bring her to climax, though that can certainly be a rewarding part of the experience. The real magic lies in making her feel cherished and desired in every moment, turning intimacy into an expression of love, care, and profound connection. Sexual intimacy is so much more than a physical act. It's a profound journey of emotional and soulful connection. Throughout this video, we've explored the many ways to enhance a woman's pleasure, from understanding her unique needs to mastering the delicate art of touch and building an unshakable emotional bond. But perhaps the most important takeaway is this: true intimacy flourishes when you prioritize her sense of being loved, valued, and understood. Bookmark, go back. Pleasure isn't something you achieve, it's something you create together. It's in the quiet moments when your gaze lingers on hers a little longer, in the words of affirmation that make her feel truly seen, and in the gentle caresses that remind her she's the center of your world. When you take the time to discover what lights up her body and her soul, you're not just sharing a moment of physical connection, you're deepening a bond that will carry your relationship to new heights. Remember, every woman's desires are unique, and her body is a living, breathing map of sensations waiting to be explored. By being attentive, patient, and communicative, you're not only enhancing her experience, but also creating an environment where trust and passion thrive. And as you've seen, the tools for this transformation are simple: a softer touch, a listening ear, and a heart full of genuine care. As we conclude, think about the opportunities that lie ahead to bring these lessons into your own relationship. Whether it's rediscovering her favorite ways to be touched, trying something new together, or simply taking the time to connect emotionally, every effort you make will deepen the intimacy you share. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who might benefit from this topic. Have any thoughts or personal experiences to share? Drop them in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you haven't already, click the subscribe button and ring the notification bell to join our community for more empowering content. Thank you for watching, and until next time, embrace the journey with confidence.